how can I better serve, my community. I think certainly the translator tool is something I've leveraged when engaging my parents. Jersey City, the community where I work is, I think, the second most diverse city in the country. And so some of our schools have up to 18 languages spoken. And so when I look at translator services, there have certainly been times where I'm engaging with a parent or preparing to meet with the family or welcome a family. And I think that tools that can give me an opportunity to translate either what the parent is asking and empower that family to say, look, we are going to work at this together, and here is a tool that I can use so that you can understand what I'm, trying to say to you, and I can understand what you need or how I can better serve you, I think is always a plus.
So we had families and we had students, yes, with hearing impairments that needed captions, but Microsoft Translate, an incredibly important tool, especially when we're working with parents. Yes, we created asynchronous videos in multiple languages with staff members who were fluent in Spanish or Bengali or Urdu. But for me personally, when I'm working with a parent, there were ones who were more comfortable when it was in text rather than the video calls. And it just gave them more flexibility. And that was sort of the key. So I could pop in there and translate it into Chinese script, because the parent generally speaks Mandarin. And we could get those needs met, and I could converse with them in depth in ways that even if I was with them face to face, we would be limited without both of us holding a phone and putting in some headphones. And that was awesome.
So with that, the families have asked for, give us that hub. Give us that one location we can go to that has that set of tools that then we can access, because we have Flipgrid for video. And Flipgrid has a lot more other accessible pieces too. Whether you have immersive reader embedded into it, you have the inking, you have the text entry. And so there are a lot of different items that just a simple tool like Flipgrid can have such an amazing impact. And then you have other tools in your toolkit like the whiteboard to be able to show expression in different ways. And then you have forms. So our families have really talked about the idea that utilizing a set of tools that then have a greater impact and that can be used in so many different ways helps the families support their learners.
How can we begin to invite the community into this work? And I think as an institution, we have to begin to look at very intentionally those power dynamics. We often center the school or the school institution as the all-knowing, and rather than inviting the community in as well into the very critical work of creating inclusive, equitable learning spaces for students. It again needs to be horizontal, bi-directional, and really opening the doors for other possibilities, reimagining beyond what we know as strategies that work and going beyond. If we truly are committed to the work of equity in our schools, we certainly have to begin to look outside of school-centric solutions, because sadly, we invest a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of resources. Yet if we look at the achievement of our students, we can automatically say, well, the institution is yet to meet the needs of some of our students. And so we need to make sure that we are taking responsibility for engaging other perspectives in truly what the work actually is that needs to be done.